Hi, I'm Marty Latman. Welcome to my Networking Corner. Each month we have different sessions at the Networking Corner to help you develop your networking skills. Today I'd like to talk about the telephone screen. We have all experienced this in the past where out of the blue we receive a phone call from someone who said, I'd like to talk to you about a position. I've heard about you. Can we talk now? And most people say, fine, and then they get into a conversation. If you get the phone call, what I suggest you do is avoid this setup. When the person calls and says that they'd like to talk to you now, tell them, well, unfortunately, I have a meeting. I'm leaving right now for some other event. I cannot discuss things with you right now. We could reschedule another time, which would be convenient for both of us. During this period, what you want to do is, number one, find out who is calling you, what company they're from, and what this in reference to. By rescheduling, it gives you the ability to do research. Now, what you want to do on this initial call, to which you really do not want to have a discussion, you could ask the caller the following questions. What attracted you to me? Who will I be speaking to on this phone call the next time? What are their roles? Could you tell me what the key focus is of this discussion? Do you have a job description that you could possibly send me? How long will a call be? You want to find out all this information so you could properly prepare for the next call. After you have rescheduled, and generally what I would suggest you do it, you reschedule for 2 or 3 days later, which would allow you to do further research. The research you want to do is as follows. You want to find out a lot of information regarding the person or people you will be speaking to. You could do that through various ways. You could use Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, different networking groups that you are members of, your alumni, etc. At the same time, what you want to do, by looking at the job description, is develop different PARs. I'll call it problem, action, result, stories, that would be able to tell the person on the other end of the phone that you have had the experience that they're looking for and that you have had different solutions for those situations. Okay. At the same time, what you'd like to do is to advise your family that a call will be coming at another time. This will allow them to be aware of what's happening and not disrupt you when the call finally arrives. On the day of the call, these are some things I'd suggest. Number one, use a landline. There's a tendency in today's environment to use cell phones a lot. However, for this call, you really want to use a landline. Cell phones sometimes lose its coverage. It may go out. A landline will not. You also want to find a quiet place where you could have this discussion. You should also have available different notes, different papers that you want to refer to. Do not put them in folders. Have them in an open space so you do not have to ruffle through different pages to find the information. Also, if you have call waiting on your landline, disconnect it. You do not want to go through this call and all of a sudden have someone try to beep in under call waiting. So disconnect it. Additionally, during this call, stand up, smile. As you stand up, your diaphragm is in a better position. You sound better. And smile. Your smile could be seen through the other end of the phone. It resonates confidence in your tone, and the person on the other end would hear that confidence. Now remember, the telephone screen, it's an interview. It's not an interrogation. You should make it a regular conversation. Remember, avoid the initial setup where they wanted to speak to you immediately. You need the time to properly prepare for this conversation. Thank you very much for paying attention today, and welcome to the Networking Corner. At our next session of the Networking Corner, we'll have further discussions on interviewing. If you have any comments or suggestions for other topics, please contact me. Thank you very much. I'm Marty Lattman.